Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is Thursday, May 5th, 2016. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in today. All right, looking at this market, you see the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading up by 6 3/4 points to 20.53 3/4 per contract. Markets were even a little bit higher. They have pulled back a little bit, and now they're just chopping around at this range just above the 2050 level. So where do we go from here? Yesterday the markets did come under pressure. That's 2 days in a row. Rarely have we had a 2-day decline. In fact, I think we've only had two 2-day declines in 2016. So again, we'll see how this all plays out. But when you look at this market right now, it's a market where you have a lot of different things happening. You have crude oil bouncing up today. You have the dollar bouncing up today. So there are a lot of things happening. And then you have earnings in play. And then you have everybody waiting for the non-farm payroll report tomorrow morning by the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics. So again, there's a lot happening out here, and we'll see where we go today. But in the meantime, we have lots of stocks in the news. Let's get to the first one. First one we're going to look at is Tesla. Tesla Motors stock is trading at $229.30, closed at $222.56. It is upticking, decent little bounce. Again, I'm not sure if there's going to be a lot of upside here in this name, but either way you look at it, it is bouncing before the opening bell. We will be looking at Tesla once the opening bell rings, but we are not looking to do anything with it right at the open. We need to see a pattern here. Once we see that, we could be playing that stock. So let's keep it on the radar today, but Tesla will be in play, but there's not much we're going to do with it at this point in time. Next up, I'm going to take a look at Alibaba. Ticker symbol is BABA. And what you're going to notice here is stock is having a very, very nice move after reporting earnings. Stock closed yesterday at $75.82. It is now trading at $79.85. I'm going to give Alibaba a slight upside bias today. Maybe it can rally up a little bit more. I think it has upside to maybe $84, maybe even $85. But then once you get there, that's where I do think the stock starts to come under some pressure. So again, we'll see how that one plays out. Next up, I want to take a look at Corvo. Ticker symbol is QRVO. This is part of the Apple ecosystem. This stock right now is trading at $48 a share, closed at $44.51. Stock is looking okay this morning, so we'll see how it plays out. There is going to be some intraday resistance around the 49.50 area. If it can get through there, believe it or not, it has higher to go. So again, not a terrible pattern here. Corvo is actually looking decent ahead of the opening bell. We'll see how it plays out once the opening bell rings. In sympathy to Corvo, you're also going to look at SWKS. This is Skyworks Solutions catching a little bit of a bid. And you'll look at Broadcom, which is AVGO. And you'll see that is also catching a bid. Now, a stock that has been downgraded today, it's part of the ecosystem of Apple, is Cirrus Logic, SRUS, and that is getting hit today. That closed at $35.33, now trading at $34.20. Again, the only level that interests me today, if the stock does trade down, would be much, much lower, probably around 32.5. I do think the stock does have some support here around the 34.20 level, so there could be some intraday support at the moment right at this level. So we'll see how it plays out. But again, it will be on our radar today. We'll be looking at all these stocks and more. So if you want to trade alongside of us, take that 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. You'll see everything that we are doing there. Let's take a look at Godaddy. Right now, you're going to see that this stock is trading at $29.60, closed at $30.64. So it is down. It is down ticking a bit. I like the $28.69 level if it gets there. So basically another dollar lower. Gets down to around $28.65, $28.69. Should be some minor support there. And I also like, if it gets down there, Pierce of $27. I think that is your best bet. So we'll keep it on the radar. This is a very light volume equity, meaning if you look at a daily chart, you're going to see that the stock barely trades 200,000 shares a day. So it can overshoot levels. Those stocks come with higher risk if you are going to scalp them. Just keep that in mind. Let's take a look at Kellogg's. Ticker symbol is letter K. And what you're going to see here is stock is trading at $75.20, but there's no volume here pre-market. So we'll see how it plays out once the opening bell rings. It did close at $77. I do think the 75 level is pretty good support either way. Let's take a look at Merck. This is a big, gigantic pharmaceutical. What you're going to see here is the stock is trading at $54.95. Again, I don't see a lot of upside here for Merck. If it did rally, $56.50 to $57 would be the maximum. I'm not even sure we'll see that today. Again, on the downside, the stock does have a little bit of minor support, probably around the $53 area. So we'll keep that on the radar if it does pull back. Let's take a look at Chesapeake Energy. I believe they had earnings as well. Stock is trading at $6.30. Good little pop up here on CHK. We'll see if it can move higher. It needs to get above its recent high, which was $7.59. If it could do that, stock could have upside to around $8.75. I don't think we'll see that today, but hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. Let's take a look at Tripadvisor. I believe they had earnings as well. Stock is trading at $62.20, closed at $63.13. Nothing we're going to do with it right now. Does look like it has intraday support around $60.90 if it does trade lower. Let's take a look at KHC. I know this ticker symbol sounds a little strange, but I believe that this is Kraft Heinz. So those two companies did merge. Now they are trading in the open market. Right now the stock is trading at $84.25. Again, it closed at $79.98. So this is a nice little pop, but this is overbought on every metric. Do not chase this higher. I would not expect this to go much higher from where it is. In fact, I could even make a case for a fade in the equity. So be very, very careful here. We'll look at this one once the opening bell rings. If it does fade, we will look to play it. Last but not least, let's take a look at Weight Watchers, WTW. Stock is trading at $14.25, closed at $12.52. This is a pretty good pop. We'll see how this one plays out. I do think that the stock has potential upside to $14.75. I think that's where it probably stalls out, but it is a strong gap up, so you want to respect that. All right, we're going to leave it here, short and sweet. We're going to look at the gold market today. Gold is trading back up $10.80. Strange to see gold up, especially when the dollar is up. So you can see the dollar is catching a pretty good bid today, but gold is up anyway. And then you have crude oil soaring today. Crude oil is up $2.06 to $45.84 a barrel. Crude should help lift the markets today, as it does lift a lot of the energy stocks. Here's a chart of the USO, and you're going to see the USO is trading at 11.27, closed at 10.79. That's a pretty big pop there in the oil ETF, and crude oil up over $2 this morning. All right, everybody, let's leave it here, short and sweet. I want to wish you all a great afternoon, great morning. Have a great trading session, and we'll see you on the charts.